Hi, everybody. It's Thursday, so that means it's Did You Know Thursday for the Silver Lining Realtor group, of which I am a part with my partner Clara, and we're a division of Partnership Realty. Every Thursday, we try to give you some Did You Know facts especially about the Treasure Coast and real estate. But this Thursday, I decided to do something different. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to do a little presentation on inspiration for the Women's Council of Realtors St. Lucie. And it really went well with the theme of Valentine's Day in terms of making us all feel like queens. I assembled a list of quotes, or a number of quotes, that were designed to uplift and enhance women. One of the things that I've realized in my life is that it's very, very important to surround yourself with positive people. You know, there are so many naysayers, people who could say, you can't do it. Stay in your lane. Know your limitations. But guess what? The only limitations we have are the limitations that we put on ourselves. All right? And when you surround yourself with people who inspire you, people who motivate you, people who lift you up, all right, that feeling becomes contagious. And it's like a little red train. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. All right, we don't need the negativity. We all have enough negative self-talk. All right, so we don't need that. We have to get rid of that negative self-talk. And like I said, surround yourself with people who are your biggest cheerleaders. But the biggest cheerleader has to be yourself. So, by the way, excuse my voice. I have laryngitis. I feel fine. Same thing happened to me last year, and I had it for a month. And I guess this is my new normal, but I'll try to sound more like Greta Garbo than to be annoying. But anyway, but one of the things that I realized that in real estate, we are challenged to wake up and show up every day to get the deal done. We are what they call 1099s, which really means we're self-employed. Even though we work with a broker, or we may be the broker itself, we may be a broker, but all sales associates have to hang their license with a broker, but you're still a 1099, meaning that you're not a salaried employee. So what that means is that if you don't have active customers, whether it's on the buy side or the sell side, you're not going to get paid. So you can do a lot of work, all right, for little or no money. So you have to dig deep and be inspired yourself so that you can wake up every day, and every day is a new day, and every day is a new opportunity. So whether we're new to real estate, or like me, I'm on my 4th or 5th career, all right, we have to work independently, all right? So the bottom line is, what do I mean by being inspired? Inspiration is the process of being mentally stimulated. This is from Webster. Mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative, a sudden, brilliant, creative, or timely idea, or person, or thing that inspires, right? So I looked up these quotes. I found these quotes that should help you, or I know they help me every day when I wake up. It's like my daily mantra or affirmation, okay? So one of them is, never apologize for being a powerful woman, all right? Because powerful women are often seen as threats. But you know what? That's not your problem. That's their problem. Maya Angelou said, each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women. And that is so important, all right? Never listen to that chatter. Oh, she's too aggressive. She's too, she's too bold. Okay, we have to be bold. We have to be aggressive. We have to be assertive more than aggressive. But we have to, when we know something's right, we have to stand up for ourselves, and we have to stand up for the women who are being assertive, all right? We can't be crabs in a barrel where we attack each other, all right? We have to uplift each other. And like I said, surround yourself with people who are going to uplift you. And the negative people, cut bait and run, all right? Because they want to see you plummet. They don't want to see you rise, okay? And you need to surround yourself with people who want you to do well, okay? The world needs strong women who will lift and build others, who will love and be loved, women who live bravely, both tender and fierce, women of indomitable will. That was said by Amy Tenney. A woman is the full circle. Within her is the power to create, nurture, and transform. In the very definition of women, we do create, we do nurture, and we do transform. That's our innate nature, right? We birth those babies, we raise children, okay? And we're kind and caring and compassionate, and we're the first teachers of our children, and we have to practice that with our colleagues as well. Sheryl Sandberg had a great quote, and she wrote the book Lean In. And if you haven't read it, it's a great read. And she said, we need women at all levels, including the top, to change the dynamic, reshape the conversation, to make sure women's voices are heard and heeded, not overlooked and ignored. And if you think about it, it's only in the last 30, 40 years that women were even allowed to have a seat at the table, okay? Whether we doctors, real estate professionals, all right? It was never considered a woman's role, all right? Women's roles were considered teachers and secretaries. I know when I was growing up, even my own father said, women don't have to go to college. They're gonna get married, all right? That dynamic has definitely changed, all right? Because even if you're happily married, which I am, I've always been a career person, and I enjoy my work, and I'm passionate about my work, all right? And no matter what profession I'm in, and I've been in several at this point, I just love what I do, and I'm very blessed. Okay, a strong woman is a woman determined to do something others are determined not to be done. That was said by Marge Piercy. Calamity Jane, over 100 years ago, says, I figure if a girl wants to be a legend, she should go ahead and be one, right? And we all know the story of Calamity Jane, one of the best sharpshooters around. Okay, Mark Anthony said, and one day she discovered that she was fierce and strong and full of fire, and that not even she could hold herself back because her passion burned brighter than her fears. And my last one is she was powerful, not because she wasn't scared, but because she went on strong despite the fear. And that was said by Atticus. One of the things that really was transformative for me was an article I read by Bette Midler. Now, we know how talented Bette Midler is, all right? Even if you don't particularly like her music, which I don't even understand how you could not, but even if you didn't like her music, you know she's talented. She has a voice that's definitely among the best, all right? And in the article I read about her, she said, I feel like I'm a fraud. I feel like people are gonna find me out and see that I'm not talented, and I'm paraphrasing. And I said to myself, a light bulb moment went on. I said, if Bette Midler could feel that way, my negative self-talk is right in line with one of the greats, all right? And so it's up to me to dispel that negative self-talk. And even if I can't dispel it, quiet it and not let it hamper me. And I have to be like the little red train. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And guess what? Do it afraid. So that has become one of my mantras, do it afraid. The other one of my mantras was a quote that I learned in the 90s. It was Louis Pasteur, and he said, chance favors the mind that's prepared. And what that means to me is if I updated my resume and had an updated resume at my fingertips, and somebody offered me a dream job, I can just press send, and guess what? Hopefully I'd have the interview later in the week, right? But if I didn't have the resume, all right, and I had to start from scratch because I wasn't prepared, it would take me probably 2 days to a week to get an updated resume. And by that time, the job could be gone, and I could have missed my opportunity. So taking that time and that discipline to make sure that you are prepared in whatever fields you're in, all right? The time that you spend doing it daily, all right? Going on that last call, updating your resume, okay? Paying your bills on time, okay? They all have serious ramifications. If you don't do it, you're setting yourself up, all right? And nothing beats a failure but a try. All right, so you have to remember, I have to keep trying. All right, I have two stories that come to mind. I met a realtor who took the real estate test licensing exam 10 times. Okay, but guess what? She failed 9, but on the 10th time, she passed. And guess what? She's a realtor. Right now, if she never passed, if she gave up after the first time, the second time, the third time, she wouldn't be a realtor, but she kept persevering and she kept doing it. I also have a woman from my other life who took the central sterile processing test 8 times. All right, this woman was 72. She could barely walk. She had to carry heavy trays, but they changed the law in New York that you had to have mandatory certification. Now, she would have been protected because the hospital could not fire people who were not certified, but she wanted to be like her peers. So she kept taking the test over and over and over again. And guess what? On the 8th time, she passed, and she is a certified central sterile technician. All right? What would have happened if she gave up? But she never did. All right? So that's why I say it's so important to surround yourself with positive people. Her colleagues they kept saying, Ruby, you can do it. Ruby, you can do it. Ruby, you can do it. And guess what? That energy, that momentum helped her, and she knew she could do it. She got a tutor. She had people helping her, giving her tips, and that's what we all have to do. We have to surround ourselves with positive people because we can do it. All right? So I'll get off my soapbox now, but I'm so passionate about this subject matter because I see too many of us get beaten down in life, and we have to be our own cheerleaders, okay, and surround people who are going to lift you up and not take you down, tear you down. All right? So until next Thursday, have a great week, and remember, be like the little red train. You can do it, you can do it, you could do it. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I know I can. Have a great week.